So, chapter 3 and 4. Dulles decides to make a country with a couple of members. I decide to join, however, there was a revolution against my joining. From there was two groups. There was Dulles and Gooch, and then there was me, Evoker, Woody, and Gallo. Now, me and the boys decided to go make our country. We ended up naming it Rohan. Dulles and Gooch, however, decided to find a stronghold, and they decided to make it their base. They also wanted a little bit of power for themselves, so they made a group. And they made a coalition, to be specific, known as Yukon. Now, a lot of people joined Yukon, and Rohan took this as a direct threat. So, we infiltrated Yukon, then betrayed it. Yukon had fell on January 16th. From there, Dulles and Gooch, pissed off that they just lost their group, decided to go find Rohan and blow it to hell. And on the same day of January 16th, they blew Rohan out of the world. Now, this is where we finally leave off into our next chapter, which is chapter 5. Now, this intro is getting very long, so let's get right into the good stuff. So, when Rohan had first fallen, me and the boys decided to run 3,000 blocks away to find a new area to build a new country. Dulles and Gooch had separated as a team for some reason, and I don't really know why. But Dulles decided to run away in the Nether to build his new country. And that country would play a decent part in the future. So let's get right into it. Dulles had decided to travel 3,000 blocks away in the Nether, which is very far away, and he decided to go top left of the map. Now, he actually found a great spot for his land. It was a snowy top mountain area with a nice little spruce biome on the bottom. He decided to work with this land, and he had some grand plans that included a mass amount of trade. Now, my new country had a great interest in this trade. And let's talk about my new group. My country was going to be named Castle Rock. However, it took a week for us to actually find a good spot because we had some interruptions and our group had accidentally split off. We ended up finding a good area in a jungle to hang out, and then from there we moved out. We found a new spot. It was an island. Now, we terraformed this island and we decided to build our country right on top of it. And we decided to name our country Castle Rock. And my god, Castle Rock was the most successful country I had ever made in this season. Why? Well, because we had a great head start. Thanks to the fact that we betrayed Yukon, we had tons of riches in our hands. And we were going to use it no matter what. So I decided to establish a system within our country. Every member would be given a daily task, and they would have to complete that task within a week. As you can see here, a person's task was to fill a double chest full of random ores. This was us collecting the ores after he brought it in. And yes, we were very, very rich. In fact, our rise had just begun. And that's where we get to the next chapter, chapter 6. The Rise of Castle Rock. Now, Castle Rock had some advantages and disadvantages. First off, trade was non-existent, which was another problem with Rohan, but there were some very good qualities that Castle Rock had. First off, we had a stronghold in our fingertips. If we needed to escape the country or go to spawn, we could easily do it in just a snap. Also, since we were completely off the radar of any other players except for our group, we basically had free reign over our land. So we started to get villagers, we started to mine, and we started to grind like hell. And this is when the XP glitch was still around, so durability for our tools and armor and weapons was non-existent. So this was a great start for our country. If we didn't get the resources from Yukon, I don't know where Castle Rock would be right now. And at the time, we were the most powerful country in the entire server. Uh-oh, maybe a little too powerful. Castle Rock started to get an idea of world domination. They had stolen the idea from Dulles, and we now had a greater plan that would completely change the server and affect the first war ever to begin. And that is the end of chapter 5 and 6. A little slower than the last episode, but that's only because we're setting up for a grand event that would pretty much be one of the most memorable things about the SMP. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Yes, I'm still sick and I'm still dying. Yay. It's really all I'll have to say. Make sure you like, sub, comment, and share to your friends who may be a part of the SMP or who are just really bored like me. And that's really all I have to say. Bye.